If you were like a bad bitch,
That's what I'm saying.
No,
dude.
no. I have a question. I'm saying like if you were a bad bitch, bad as hell, like
I'd take advantage of everything.
would you start an OnlyFans?
Depending on the
if you could make
sitch.
millions off of it.
Well, depending on my situation, you know, like what am I doing as a female? Am I doing like
You're dumb as fuck, no chance of going to college.
Yeah, then definitely.
Your parents don't really have much money.
But if I'm like doing what I'm doing now, like if I was a girl and I was still like a manager somewhere doing content, doing all this shit, no, I wouldn't need to start an OnlyFans.
But if you had no other choice, you were a bad bitch. You started OnlyFans.
I've talked to girls about this. Like some girls, like mostly it's just girls, no offense, that are like kind of down bad at the moment.
Or girls that have like a very high opportunity of making lots of money on there.
Like super hot
like those
chicks.
TikTok famous bitches.
Like I don't even look at OnlyFans, so there's just those famous ones like
to 15 creators on OnlyFans.
I wish. It's too much fucking money, dude.
You can find most of that shit on Reddit, man.
Exactly. That's why I got Reddit.
Reddit's
the move. Anybody wants secret tips?
I haven't visited an actual porn site in
a long time because of Reddit. Reddit has all of it on there. So does Twitter now. Or X, I guess. You can just look it up on X too.
I've never liked Twitter, man. I've never fucked with Twitter.
Me neither.
Twitter's a mid-ass fucking platform.
Here you go.
I like Threads more than I like Twitter. Threads is kind of like indie right now. I kind of like Threads. The most likes anything we'll get is like 10,000 on Threads.
Yeah, I don't even look at Threads anymore because I would just get like those bot threads with random weird bitches or weird people.
You'll find like some threads and it's just people arguing, dude. And then sometimes it'll be like the funniest arguments, bro. Like both the people are kind of fucking stupid.
That's how Twitter is too. If you just look into it, it's all just people that are dumb and don't
Twitter's
know anything.
Just too oversaturated at this point. The nice thing about Threads is there's not a lot of ads on Threads. There's not a whole lot of people doing promo on Threads. When you see promo on Threads, it's super easy to ignore. You know?
Yeah, I'm never even on Threads.
Like huge famous people don't have like accounts on Threads, really.
I'm never even on anything. Like honestly, I'm on YouTube most of the time.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been more on social media this past like year, I think, than at any other point. Yeah,
I've been more on YouTube than anything this past like 2 years.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't have the fucking time to like sit down and like watch it. You know, a lot of like what I fucking is whenever I can. It's crazy how addicting this shit is.
Even for shorts, I'll just do YouTube shorts.
Yeah, I like YouTube shorts.
YouTube shorts are goated.
I was on Facebook promoting the event, and I was like, I wonder what Facebook shorts
They're
are
so
like.
ass, bro. They're so bad. I've tried them before, too. They're so garbage.
We were talking This is off topic, but we were talking conspiracies yesterday with Phil.
Oh, yeah, we were.
And we asked him, like,
Phil. We got to have him on to explain this dumbass one, dude. I didn't even fucking know.
The drinking blood one?
Yeah.
Listen,
he's like, I don't think it makes you younger. I think they do it because it's like a drug.
Do I think
that's like valid.
Do I think that there's some like... Do I think that there's a chance that there's rich people out there, famous people that possibly ingest blood for whatever reason it may be? No.
Maybe explain it to the viewers a little bit before we go.
There's like this whole idea, apparently, and I'm not I'm not going to completely discount the theory, but it's not something that I'd go batting for by any means. You know,
I never even thought about it before yesterday.
See, like, I could see myself trying to, like, really convince somebody that, like, dude, if you really look at it, 9/11 seems really, truly like an inside job.
Oh,
like,
it has to be, bro.
There's a lot of shit that just points
We talked about
that
yesterday, too. Like, there's too many coincidences in 9/11 for it to not be, you know?
But, like, this one, the idea of it is pretty much that...
That joint's good, dude.
Fuck yeah. Burning perfectly too.
I'm getting wax in my teeth. That's how you know it's good.
Crazy. But the whole theory goes pretty much that rich people, political elites, people that like run the world behind the curtains, they pretty much apparently will through sex trafficking and human trafficking of sorts somehow acquire, whether that be through murder or other nefarious activities.
I was saying
claim the blood like
of a young
acquire the
person.
blood of a young child who
There's a
and the blood
specific.
specifically when you
Yeah.
have adrenaline coursing through your body, typically through like fear,
It's a
right?
certain chemical produced in the blood.
Androgyny or
Draw,
whatever the
yeah.
fuck.
However that's what I'm saying. We gotta have Villain to explain it, but
Apparently, Dennis McKenna's done it. It's the craziest shit ever.
but like the thing with that was it's just dumb. I was even talking to Vil about it yesterday too. I was like today, like in the times we live in now with like rich and famous people, there's just so much shit you can do, like medically, that will make you look younger, feel younger.
Yeah.
You know, like that. You don't even have to do that type of shit.
The reason I don't completely discount the theory, personally, is
It's because it's believable.
well, yeah, dude. If
Rich people are fucked up, bro.
If some motherfucker came out in like 2008 and was like, guys, like if Alex Jones in like 2008 was like, guys, there's this dude named Jeffrey Epstein. People fly to his island, and like has crazy receipts and lists of people like Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and Stephen Hawking and like all of these crazy like high-powered people going to that island that just so happened to also be a crazy high-level, high-end child trafficking and sex ring.
Speaking of that, like I don't know how into this. Like
You would call that motherfucker crazy.
yeah. But Elon and Trump are beefing right now, right?
Yeah.
And Elon dropped that Trump was in the Epstein files, but wasn't that like already dropped? Oh, like that was like
No.
it was hinted towards a while. I thought I have heard that a while ago.
Well, like, dude, there's so many
Like, bro,
pictures of Trump and Epstein.
Trump's a billionaire, bro.
But there were some
And
names.
Epstein, like you just said, there's so many pictures of them two homied up.
Well,
You're
when
like,
you,
bro.
the thing is like when like the actual like Epstein list came out, a lot of the shit on there was blacked out. Like
Yeah,
a
I know.
lot of it. There were some names on there that's like holy shit. But
That's
like,
what I'm saying. So how did Elon even get that info? There's no way he's like that homied up there.
everybody knows that Donald Trump
He
is
has
on the
to be.
Epstein fucking flight logs,
He has to
bro.
be. He has to be. He's a billionaire who's now a president. You don't get into that type of circle without doing some type of fuck shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like you can be a billionaire or you can be political. You can't be both without doing hella fuck shit. You know, it's got to be hella fuck shit on both sides.
Dude, being political to a high level, you kind of got to be on.
Oh yeah. But once you get to a high enough level politically, you're also rich. Not billionaire rich, but you're rich because you have connections.
Depends on where you're at.
Well, yeah, here doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like, but in a place like
But
California,
in order,
New York, those
there's-
places matter.
In
dude.
order to, the thing that nobody really talks about is that in order to run for any place in office, truly that actually holds a lot of power,
you need a lot of money.
you need a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a lot of money personally, you need to know
funding.
people who have a lot
Yeah,
of
you
money.
need. That's what I'm saying.
And that automatically limits.
Pretty much everybody who wants to do anything good.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause
because the people who have a lot of money, typically it's hard to get a lot of money.
Doing
Like a
something
lot of
good.
like, I'm not talking like millionaire. There's some honest billionaires out
Billionaires.
there, but like in order to make like a shit ton of money and like be running
Billions.
for
Yeah, yeah,
president type shit, unless you're somebody like fucking like, I don't know. I'm not, you know who I'm
don't-
most iffy on in terms of
Political people.
political people over like the course of our lifetime.
Who?
Bernie Sanders, man.
Bernie Sanders is.
I
sus.
can't tell. Like surface level, it seems like okay.
He
And
seems
like
like he
they
wants
all
to do
hate
a
him
lot of
so
good.
much and like cast him out so much that it's like okay.
You could see that he's trying to do something,
But I don't know. He's still at that level politically where it's like, dude, it's gone to a point where I don't trust a lot of these people.
And I was listening to a podcast, and they brought something up about Bernie that just made me even more sus about him. I would have to find the clip, but I don't remember what they were talking about. And I was like, damn, I didn't even know like Bernie Sanders was like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's not terrible. He's not the
Well, I
worst
mean, dude,
politician.
Bernie
but
Sanders has receipts. He was involved
Yeah.
with like there's pictures of him marching with Martin Luther King, dog.
like, bro, he's old.
We've been around the block.
He's been around for a
Been around the block.
long fucking time.
And
he knows
you could
his
argue
shit.
that he's time and time again been on the right side of history.
For sure. You can't argue with that, no.
And I feel like people throw the word socialism and communism around way too hard, man. I think that's an
Yeah.
easy way to cast out somebody politically, right? Especially with people who don't actually understand what that type of shit means.
My thing is I don't understand how, like, politics just became everything in this country, and it just divided. You know what it used?
I think
Like
it was
I
a
was
slow
listening.
burn.
I was listening to Giannis Papas talk about this in his special like 2 or 3 years ago, and he's saying like it used to be like if you were a Democrat or a Republican, you could live in the same family and be on separate sides of the equation, but nowadays you can't. Like it's just not a thing because politics is so involved in everybody's lives for some reason. It just doesn't make sense.
I think you and I kind of like.
I cast it out
I think
hard
you
as
and
I
I
can.
kind of like, in a way, don't really have that great of a perspective on politics because we've
No.
only been around for about 20-some years.
Well, yeah, and we live in Montana, you know.
But I vividly remember a change, right?
Oh, for sure.
I remember when Barack Obama was president.
When it-
you know,
when
the
it
first
was-
black president, like all that
when it
stuff.
switched from Barack to Trump,
Well,
that's when it went
when we were
weird.
2016, when it was Trump and Hillary,
Mm-hmm.
it became a media show.
It
and
became
I think
a popularity contest.
And dude, it worked so hard.
yeah.
Like there has not been anything more relevant like every single day you'll see Donald Trump does some crazy shit, somebody else does some crazy shit. Like you didn't see that.
Back in the day, you didn't see that when we were growing up. No,
Yeah.
you didn't see anything.
But when we were in middle school, like fucking in Donald Trump and Hillary, you know, that's when it really hit a fucking wall.
We watched the debates in class. In one of like our social studies classes, we would watch the debates in like 8th grade.
And they were like funny, bro.
They were, yeah, it was hilarious.
You would see clips from them like it's a TV show. Like it's all media and entertainment now, right? And when you watch like shit like Fox News and and how like it's so like one-sided on every side of the spectrum, like CNN, all that bullshit, right? Like it's crazy how the entire operation, the entire way that it just appears to the public has just taken this shift. And I don't know if we have as great, like I said, I don't know if we have as great of a perspective on it because we kind of came into it late, you know?
For sure.
But
everybody older seems to have a different perspective. So
we could all like feel the change,
Yeah.
like the shift in political culture and like
bro,
what it meant in your day-to-day life and how much time.
Before
it
then,
took
there was no 8th and like freshmen and sophomores talking about politics. There was nothing like that. And like
kids didn't have like
our
Barack
whole-
Obama flags.
Yeah, our whole like high school experience was us talking about Trump and Hillary and Trump
When
and
it was
fucking,
Mitt Romney and Barack Obama, and I guarantee you middle schoolers and high schoolers weren't like
The only thing I remember from like that whole like Obama presidency was like watching him become president the day he became president.
I think the United States as a whole, like federally, on the federal level, because I think to a certain extent it doesn't have. It's starting to happen on the state level too. You know, with like these
Little by
recent
little,
political ads.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's like a good example for what the bigger picture was because everybody just like it's all entertainment now. You know what's like America best at producing? Not fucking goods, not this,
It's entertainment.
not that. It's
always,
entertainment.
Always been. When we
turned our political system into the most entertaining thing in the world. Dude, people from other countries, they talk about us. They know Donald Trump and Hillary and this and that.
Like back when Wall Street was crashing, Hollywood started booming.
Who's the president of Germany?
Fuck if I know.
Who runs Switzerland?
Fuck if I know.
Who
I don't give
runs
a fuck.
Britain?
Don't give a fuck. But everybody knows who runs the United States.
Who runs Mexico? They're right below us.
They're right below us. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
The cartel, obviously.
The cartel, probably. But who's technically the president
Technically.
there? Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't have
I actually
a clue.
think it's a woman.
That's dope.
I actually
dope.
do. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
She's definitely
We
in
could
with
totally
the cartel.
fact check this right now. We're not going
We're not
to.
going to, though, because I'm lazy and it's been a long
This
day.
isn't that type of show.
No. We have a TV right
Go
here.
watch
Fuck
Joe
that.
Rogan, motherfucker.
Yeah, go watch Joe Rogan.
You think we can afford a Jamie?
I don't have a Jamie. Fuck, I got a dog. Can't
Suck
afford
my
a
dick.
Jamie.
Dead ass, bro.
We got a dog who doesn't do shit.
Unbelievable. Want us to fact check
Yeah,
shit.
dude, fuck
That's
that.
disgusting.
Fact check your own stuff. For
Facts,
real.
bro. Fact check us.
We're just talking.
Drop in the comments if we're wrong. We'd love to hear about it.
We would actually, because I think you're right that it is.
think so.
There was a woman president there. I do know.
I know
that.
for a fact.
Yeah, there has been a woman president there. So good on them for real.
Progressive
but
as
also,
fuck.
But also, she was probably deep in it with the cartel. Like they have to be.
I think all of them are.
They have to be. You have to be. No diss on any of them. You have to be.
I don't think you get elected in Mexico unless it's under sketchy terms.
You have to be. Watch any show about Mexico or any documentary or anything about it. It's all cartel, all of it. Anywho,
No.
We've been talking politics for like this whole thing. That's crazy. Usually we don't get that deep into it.
I don't know. It's just gotten to such a point where it's
so
hard to
bad,
not
bro.
talk about.
It's
bro.
so bad, and I don't like talking about it, but it's too, like you just said, it's to the point where you just can't not talk about it. It's everywhere for some reason, and I hate it. Yeah. And the main thing I was gonna bring up, the only reason it's everywhere, and the reason like it became a popularity contest in America to win elections is because of social media. People like the government
doesn't do the thing.
The what thing? Oh, it doesn't make us not. That's sick. That's nice, actually. I got to get one. But
podcast proof.
It all became like a social media thing. Like whoever could get the most views was going to be elected president, or going to be elected this or that or the senator. Yeah, like whoever could get more views, more likes, who could cause more controversy.
Yeah, dude. Like
that's what it became for some fucking reason. Like I don't know. It's all sad. It's kind of sad if I'm being honest. Like me and you've talked about it. Like eventually, straight up, we're gonna move out of this country.
Living here sucks.
Living here, it doesn't suck. Like it's a free country, but it just sucks in the environment around it. Everybody just kind of has this hate-filled mindset right now, and it's kind of disturbing.
If your goal purely isn't to make money,
then you shouldn't be here.
You should not be living.
Yeah, you shouldn't be here. Yeah, you shouldn't be here if you.
I mean, I get it if you're from a place like Mexico and you're coming here for like asylum purposes. It's way better here.
Way
obviously.
better.
But if you're born here and you're born into like not a wealthy family and like you don't want to like spend your like kind of life like building a somewhat like decent financial status, I don't think it's a great place to live.
Yeah.
I think it's unbelievably unpredictable. I think
the
middle class is disappearing in this country.
We base all of our business off a stock market that could crash any day. Mm-hmm. Like it's all just fake. It's all fake.
Yeah.
You know? Like one thing could make a whole business crash.
80% of the US dollars printed in the last like 5 years.
Yeah. It's sad.
Not 5 years.
And we're still
since COVID. I guess it'd be like 8 now, but still.
I mean, we're still trillions in debt to every other country that's given us anything. It's just we're not doing well, honestly. We're not doing that great. But maybe we'll come back. Who knows? Who knows? I doubt it highly, but China's kind of running shit right now.
Well,
China is on top of it.
That's the thing that I don't think anybody thinks about. I don't think we can never compete with a place like China because China doesn't really have too much of a care for true human rights to a degree.
Not like us.
You could argue it's gotten better, but it's still a pretty sketchy place. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like
you don't.
It's very limited there. Like free speech
China
doesn't entirely exist. Tiananmen Square is literally something that is wiped off the books.
Weren't there videos when COVID?
It's a complete massacre. The government massacred people peacefully protesting in Tiananmen Square. I'm sorry if I'm botching that pronunciation.
Well, I don't even mean to bring this up, but since we're talking about politics, the protests in LA right now, they sent the National Guard in on like Saturday, and then they just sent the Marines in yesterday to like go handle the shit. And you're like, brother, what the fuck is going on? And this is in LA, a place that literally just got burnt down a few months ago.
That's what I'm saying. Could you imagine the headlines if Obama did something like that?
Dude, he would have been impeached and out of there immediately.
Fucking George goddamn W. Bush did something like that. Bill Clinton did something like that. Like,
I don't even mean to hate because like it was either Trump or fucking Kamala. Either way, it would have been dog shit. But it's like, bro, how does a person that's been impeached 2-3 times get back into presidency?
Ask anybody who votes today for fucking anybody, whatever the fuck. 20 years ago, go back in time, ask them 20 years ago, hey, just in case, in 20 years, would you vote for somebody who publicly beefs with billionaires on Twitter? And you would probably be like, no, that sounds kind of fucking retarded. And you'd be like,
bro.
Now, could you imagine if it was Donald Trump and you'd be like, what the fuck? No.
Kanye ran for president. Like, he didn't get anywhere close to winning by any means, but
I wonder if he did better than
he did better than a few people. I know that. He did better than a few people, but that, like, most of it was just memes. Nobody thought he was going to win.
Yeah.
And this country's just kind of become a joke. to everybody, you know. And that's sad. We used to have like a lot of pride in this country, even when we were growing up.
This country's always done fucked up shit.
It's always done fucked up shit, but we used to have pride in the fucked up shit that we used to do. And now we're just like, no.
Now the fucked up shit's just like embarrassing.
It's embarrassing because we're like not doing the good fucked up shit.
It's horrible and embarrassing.
We're doing everything wrong.
Yeah, dude. Like fucking.
Whatever. I don't run the country, so fuck it.
Let's start speaking on Israel.
No, I'm okay. That's something I don't want to speak on.
I'm starting to form opinions.
Oh, it's everywhere.
I know.
It's
been hard to sift through the bullshit, but I think I finally am.
I don't. I just like I care about it, but I just don't want to get involved in it because it's so fucking crazy.
Fuck, dude, it's the holy war.
Yeah, and it's
just been like
you just said. It's so there's so much shit that it's probably fake. Like so much fake news going around about it. So much shit that you don't know what's true, what's not.
You know what is? Hard. You know what is 100% factual though?
Huh?
The amount of money in oil reserves and all that shit
that's the reason
found on the Gaza Strip. Bro.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason America got involved in the first place because we can make money. We can make some goddamn good money from that. If we get allied up with them folks,
we've always been Israel's bitch.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you know every president has to kiss the Israel wall?
Yeah, I think I've seen that. Like, I saw a thing on Instagram of a picture thing of most of the presidents, at least.
You got to have over a country to make every single one of its leaders.
Well, bro, especially a country like Israel can like have that much power over America.
Israel's powerful, man.
They're powerful, brother. They crazy.
Israel's insane. We won't speak on it too much. Look into Israel.
I don't want to get nothing wrong, but look into it for real.
One place we'll never go.
Nope. Never once ever.
Never.
That's a place I'm like banning ourselves from.
Yeah. Israel is off the FRiED.
Unless we get homied up with someone popular down there, you know.
No, even worse. Maybe for clout, actually. Yeah.
For clout reasons, we'll go down.
I don't know. It's sketchy, man. It's a sketchy thing to get into.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You don't realize how much the world is like the Black Ops games.
It's scary. It's scary, bro. So scary.
Like, holy fuck.
I mean, a lot more people die than in the Call of Duty games, but fuck, they're accurate. Some of them, not all of them, obviously, but yeah, they just announced the new Call of Duty. Guess what it is? Black Ops 7. Guess what it's following?
Mm-hmm.
Black Ops 2 story. Apparently, it's right after Black Ops 2.
What
story you're following? What's Alex Mason's son name? What was it? David. You're following him in that game. I didn't watch the trailer because I could give a fuck about Call of Duty right now.
I saw some clips.
Apparently, they're dropping Warzone and bringing back Blackout. So that's dope. So basically, dropping the name Warzone, bringing back the same shit with a different map.
You know shit's bad when companies are nostalgia baiting shit from fucking
shit's bad
10 years ago.
It's bad when like they can't even get players to come back to one of the most iconic maps because they can't handle how many hackers and shit are on this game.
If you're gonna
I watched a video today. I'm not kidding. Nick Merckx, like most people who play Call of Duty know who Nick Merckx is. He's a FaZe member. Fucking 5 games in a row, he had a hacker in every single game. I'm like, bro, that should not be possible.
Call of Duty.
Activision.
If you're gonna fucking nostalgia bait people,
do it right.
Just drop a Black Ops 1 and 2 collection, remastered, full multiplayer. Don't change anything. Don't change anything. Just upgrade the graphics and keep everything the same. And I'll pay you $120. Black Ops 1 and 2 bundle, full multiplayer, full zombies.
You could get everybody.
Don't change shit. Don't add any guns. No pay to win shit. No battle pass. None of it.
Even
drop that. No Warzone.
Even Tim the Tap
You will make so much money. So much money.
Even Tim the Tap Man like talked about it because he watched the trailer and he's like, dude, it's like just like the fucking Cowboys. Every year I get super hyped. Like they're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. They have the squad to win the Super Bowl, and then they like midway through the year they start failing you, and you start getting fucking down bad. And he's like, that's exactly what Call of Duty is like. They hype it up every single year, and every single year you're like, oh, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna like bring people back, and it does for like 2 months, and then everybody leaves again because it's dog shit.
The only thing that could compete with
hate
GTA 6 is a Black Ops 1 and 2 remastered.
Not even like Black Ops 1 and 2, like I can play them.
I'd be playing them simultaneously. That's the only thing I'd play simultaneously with GTA 6.
I can play them at any time on my PC.
Any other game comes out. Yeah, but like, do you know how many people would be on that shit if they came out with it? Updated graphics.
Like for sure. Like it's a thing they could do, but that would only last a year or half a year. Same shit. People would get bored of it.
Be better than anything they've come out with in the past decade.
And that's what's sad, is because like they would have to go back to an old game.
I don't want them to do shit like that, but if they're gonna do nostalgia bait bullshit, dude, bring it back to the actual good times, bro. I was still complaining about COD when OG Warzone was out.
OG Warzone sucked. I hated it. I don't care what anybody has to say
it
about
was
that.
a mid game, but it was.
I've always hated Warzone.
Compared to anything else COD had come out with before that, it was all right.
Yeah, like I played hella Warzone, but I always remember, bro. I always hate Warzone.
Call of Duty's been on a down slump, like downhill road since Black Ops 3. And Black Ops 3 was a decent game.
I think.
But that's when they introduced that pay to win shit and started getting really greedy.
It really got bad in Infinite Warfare, the space one, because that one was hella pay to win.
Yep.
I remember that. A lot.
But Black Ops 3 is where that shit first started.
Oh yeah.
And I could give a fuck. I had fun on that game, but that's when they started getting greedy, and that's when they lost their touch. Everything before that, perfect. Everything after, tits.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna watch the trailer because it's all just whatever. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It just makes me mad. I was gonna say, why is Treyarch making? Because usually the COD cycle for like how they make video games is like Treyarch will make one, then Infinity Ward will make one, and then what's the other one? Sorry if I'm blanking. What's the one that makes fucking
Naughty Dog?
No.
Not Naughty Dog. I'm retarded.
Treyarch, Infinity Ward.
Activision.
No, Activision owns all of it.
No.
Activision's the one that owns all of it.
Are you talking about the one that made like Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the fucking
weird
company,
one. Sledgehammer, right?
Sledgehammer, thank you. Yeah, they made like Vanguard and shit like that.
Yeah.
But
fuck Vanguard.
I hate all those games. But like that used to be the cycle. It's like one would make one, then the next year another would make one, then the next year, because it would give like the other game developers time to make the new one that they're making.
Sorry, Jeff.
But I didn't watch the trailer, but I'm pretty sure Black Ops 6 came out last year, right? And Treyarch made that. Is Treyarch making Black Ops 7? I assume they are. I mean, they're the ones that have the rights to the Black Ops games, so I assume they're making So why is Treyarch making 2 games 2 years in a row? It's not going to be good if they're forced to make 2 games 2 years in a row. That's just not possible. They're just going to take all the shit from Black Ops 6, put it in their new one, and be like, there you go.
Dumb as hell. Bro.
It's so dumb. I don't get what's going on over there. The decisions these gaming companies are making are so fucking dumb. That's why I like Fortnite, because they actually make good decisions for the most part. Some of them are bad. Most of them are decent.
What pisses me off, well, a game like Fortnite can never fail, because Fortnite's whole strategy starting off was just kind of...
Fortnite always stuck to the Battle Royale aspect, too, and I fuck with that.
They've always had that Battle Pass shit.
Yep.
Not always, but the minute that they could do it, they did it.
Well, even then, like, Warzone strayed away from original Battle Royale format a little bit.
Yeah.
And Fortnite kind of has, like, you've always had there's multiple games on Fortnite now, but there's always a Battle Royale.
See, you and I, like, we could play Fortnite, like, you've been sweating recently, I won't lie. But, like, somebody like me could play Fortnite a couple times a week and have fun.
I have fun
COD
on it
ain't like
most of the
that.
time.
COD ain't like that, bro.
Exactly. Most of the time I'm on COD, I don't have.
If you're not playing COD every single day for literal hours a day, you're not gonna have fun. That game is hard.
Most of the pros don't even have a good time on it.
Literally, bro. That shit's ass. People get paid to do it. Don't have a fucking good time on it, bro. Imagine people
Like
who
in the
have
only
actual lives, dog.
Like
Holy fuck.
The only reason someone who gets paid to do it does have a good time is because they're getting paid to do it.
Fuck Call of Duty.
I just cramped my whole fucking hamstring. Oh my god, that shit hurt.
Fuck that. Fuck Activision as a whole company.
For real.
Does Xbox own Activision?
I think Blizzard does. Or Blizzard and Activision are like a joint company now, I'm pretty sure.
Xbox owns them, right?
Xbox owns Blizzard, I believe, yeah. Or Microsoft does.
Fuck. Monopoly laws my ass, bro.
No, there's no such thing. Never been a thing. Never been a fucking thing. They could say it's a thing, it's not. Elon Musk has
Whenever
like $150
I see that, like,
billion.
companies like Apple or something are getting like sued by the U.S. government for monopoly, I'm always just like, okay, let me know when you get the other 500 other companies doing it, bruh.
Elon Musk is worth like $150 billion.
If I went off and listed all the companies that fucking Pepsi and Coke owned,
if you you could list off a company and that company owns multiple companies. It's just how it is.
Yeah. Fucking pissing me off, bro. Mom and pop. That's what I'm saying, dude. If your goal is not to like. If you're not trying to start like a fucking major like franchise fucking
it's like, mom and pop.
If you're not trying to fucking start a big business in this country,
corporation,
you're ultimately like rolling the dice hard, man. If your goal isn't to like franchise and really think big and really go crazy with the shit.
Mom and pops don't cut it anymore, man. They do for a little bit, but then they just go down because big ass stores take them away.
There's no such thing as.
Like, that's why I fuck with Missoula, man, because they still got those mom and pop shops, dude. So does Bozeman. Bozeman's got that. But like, shit. I mean, Butte has a few for sure, but they all go out of business.
Yeah. Well, even then, like the mom and pop shops are getting like, if you're trying to run a mom and pop restaurant, dude, like you gotta think you're paying like the same prices. Like
you're not making a profit.
Like, dude, it's hard going through like a food distribution company that's mom and pop. They don't really exist. They're all major. You're getting the same shit as everybody else.
Yeah, and you're paying the same prices as everybody else. Maybe even worse because you're not a corporation that can get discounts on that type of shit because you're not buying in bulk.
And the thing is like in terms of price, you don't have much other options unless you're rich and trying to start a business.
Yeah, and if you're rich, yeah.
Who cares if it goes belly
America's a weird country, dude. Super odd country.
It's just a business. It's business.
Has been forever. Since war was part of America,
everything is an industry here. There's the art industry. There's the fucking movie industry. There's the music industry. Things that are arts?
Why do you think America's always in a conflict with some country?
Yeah,
we always have to be. We have to have money coming in.
It's the military-industrial complex at work.
Military-industrial complex makes billions and billions of dollars a year, and you don't hear about it. Watch the movie War Dogs. That movie's so fucking good.
I feel like that's one thing they really don't hide anymore.
No.
We're
Weapons
constantly at war.
Yeah.
Have fun. We don't give a fuck.
Well, it's because of
we stay in the Middle East, dog.
It's because of things that have happened, like not because of the movie War Dogs, but because of the story that War Dogs is based off of, because of people like that. That's why people know about it now. Mm-hmm. Because hella people got arrested because hella people were getting in on the military making a shitload of money.
They're still doing it.
They're still doing it too.
Still doing it.
I believe actually the
we need that oil, Clint.
What's the company?
I said we need that oil.
What's the company name in War Dogs? It's like AEY, right?
I don't remember.
That company is eligible to operate again in the U.S. I believe as of like 2022.
Shut up.
But I think I watched not Ephraim, but the other guy, the guy Miles Teller played, he's on a bunch of podcasts and he explains like everything that happened. So go watch those too. They're really good. Yeah, dude. Couldn't tell you what his name was. I can't remember what his name was. It's David something. But Miles Teller plays him and he does excellent.
It's a solid movie.
Jonah Hill plays Ephraim
Pretty funny movie
as well. It's also funny. Yeah, it's very good.
very hilarious.
I have that movie downloaded on my phone, and I have for years. Here you go. Like I've watched that movie, like, I'm not kidding, like 20 times probably. It's such a good movie. Anna de Armas is in it as well.
You grew up religious, right?
Well, I grew up going to a Catholic school, but my family wasn't religious or anything. No, we didn't go to church as a family or anything like that.
Yeah.
But sure, yes. I didn't really take it outside of school ever.
On a percentage scale, how much do you believe in God, the Christian God,
Now?
the Catholic God?
Now?
Yeah.
None.
0?
Yeah, like 0. Like maybe 0.1, but it's very close to 0.
When you were a kid going to a Catholic school, how much did it influence you to believe in that? Was it something you kind of had
I'll
to
be
fight,
honest.
or was it something
No,
that was
no,
kind of
no.
easy to just be
I
like,
think-
"Yeah, fuck it"?
I don't think it was something that I like ever believed in, but I think it made me, learning all that stuff made me a better person, I think.
Do you think that pressure more so comes from the parents than the school?
Yeah. The school never ever like really pressured me to go to
Yeah.
church or learn that
Well, you
type
would
of
have to
stuff.
go to church like every
Not
for school, right?
It was once a month,
Oh, okay.
and it was you'd only have to go for an hour, and it was actually like kind of chill because it was out of school, so you'd like skip a class to go do that.
Yeah.
And it's like that's actually kind of chill. So it was never a hassle. And you actually, most of the like what are they called, like sermons that they would
Yeah.
speak about were actually like really good, and like you would learn things from them.
Yeah. Solid
So that's what I'm
church-going
saying,
experience.
Like I know a lot about that religion obviously because I grew up learning it, but
And
like
you dated a Catholic girl.
yeah. Well, she wasn't Catholic. She's some Orthodox something. I don't know. Not full, not like central. She wasn't.
Gotcha.
There's so many different versions of like Catholicism and all that type of
Lots
stuff.
of sexts.
Yeah. Lots of different weird shits. She was one of them. I couldn't tell you which one though. I asked her a million times, couldn't tell you which one. Because I just grew up Catholics, and that's so easy, you know.
Orthodox
But-
bipartisan.
Like I was saying, like I think that's what it is. Like bipartisan
I
or
just made that
Baptist.
shit up.
Bipartisan or Baptist. It wasn't Baptist.
I'm just combining.
I'm gonna
Catholic
ask her.
terms.
I'm gonna text her and ask her. Fuck
Shit's
it.
so
It's gonna bug me all day. But
You know what I respect about Muslims? It's
it's
all around.
Huh?
It's all around.
Oh yeah, all around the world.
No, it's just like the same shit.
Oh, it's the same shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Catholicism.
I could be wrong. Maybe it's not.
No. Catholicism, like you're right. Like I don't know that much about Muslim religion, but I feel like it's the same as Judaism. It's like
Yeah.
mostly the same everywhere.
Yeah.
You're studying the same books and the same thing, but Catholicism strayed into different sections, a lot of different sections. But like I was saying, I think I'd say I believed, but I never really like ever would pray at night or pray for my family or like anything. I never did
Yeah.
any of that.
Okay.
But I would take the life lessons that I learned from like the Bible and stuff like that. And like I feel like that made me a better person in life.
Yeah.
I think. I feel like and the friends I made at Central are all some of the best kids I know, you know, for the most part. Like, shout out most of the kids I grew up with at Central. A lot of those kids are genuinely good-ass kids, and they wouldn't hurt, like, anybody.
Yeah.
So, I think that does a lot for
Smaller school environment too.
smaller school. Like, all my classes were with the same kids, you know.
Yeah.
I never had, like, classes with different people or anything
Was
like
public
that.
school a crazy switch up for you?
Yeah, it was. It was scary going from like a small ass school to like a school that you're in a different class with different people every
You
single
kind of
class.
figured out how like to have fun with it pretty early on though.
Oh yeah, I was really good at it for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know how I adjusted
Dude.
so easy.
Once
but I
you
was
figure
really
out how to
good at it.
manipulate it a little bit, it's like, dude, this could be pretty fun actually.
Oh, it's so fun. It's like that's the thing. Public schools are a lot less strict than a private school. So if you like grew up in a private school like strict format, when you switch up in high school and go to a public school, you're like, oh, this shit's so easy.
Yeah.
I learned and that's the other thing. I learned a lot of the shit I was being taught in Like I'd say the first 2 years of high school, I had already learned it, so it was so easy for me to just course through most of the classes, not all of them, but most of them, because I had already learned a lot of this stuff. No slack on public schools, but like private schools, I'll be honest, they do teach you a little bit more
For sure.
because they have
Especially-
that funding, baby.
Yeah. Places like Bu High, no offense, lack funding.
BU High is a great place.
It's dope.
It's dope that it's not great for learning, but you make fucking fun ass memories there, dude.
Yeah.
Fun ass place.
It's a fun school.
Fun, very fun school.
Bu High's dead ass.
Some of my best memories are at BU High.
Dead ass, bro. Bu High might be one of the few high school party schools, dog, straight up.
For sure. There's probably a few in Montana. I know the Red Lodge High School gets crazy.
Bu High literally has like different like lowered requirements for graduating.
Oh yeah.
So that
Well,
they could push more kids through.
They push more kids through so they can continue to get funding and shit like that. Yeah. I remember like that. I know a buttload of. I shouldn't have.
I'm not gonna lie,
graduated.
Chet. Yeah, I shouldn't have graduated
Yeah,
either.
I probably shouldn't have graduated.
I had horrible grades.
I
My
had
cumulative
I had
GPA
really good
was a
grades.
2.1333333.
I had really good grades my first 2 years, and then my last 2 years, I just did not care at all. I was like, high school. You start, and that's the nice thing about our age too. Like right around that time, you were learning that high school didn't really mean shit. You're like, half this shit I'm learning, I'm never gonna use, and I know that for a fact. Like I'll use some of it. Some of it's useful.
degree.
Some of it's very useful.
There's
for sure.
a lot of times in my life today where I'm like, damn, kind of wish I paid attention a little bit more.
I've never once thought that ever.
Maybe you're somebody who lacks the yearning for higher learning.
No, I read.
That's a bar.
I want to learn all the time, but there's stuff that I would wish schools would teach you that you don't learn.
Yeah.
Like I want to learn that type of stuff. The stuff that schools don't teach
Once
you.
we stacked with the cheddar, I wouldn't mind like once we're like into it, paying to go to school for something.
Yeah, I already told you I plan on going to business school. Like once we kind of have it a little better,
Exactly.
because I can't afford that shit now. No
It's just
fucking way.
expensive. The fact that so many people take out one of the craziest loans that they'll ever take out in their life.
I talked to my dad
and
about
the fact
it.
that it's like strongly like societally encouraged. It's like, damn.
I talked to my dad about it a while ago, and he's like, you probably made the best decision out of like, no shit to my sisters. They made good decisions going to college.
This will air live.
Well, they're not gonna watch it. I don't give a fuck. They don't watch. But anyway, he was like, you made a good decision not going to college straight away. Like, he didn't even diss Ryan and Ruby, but he was like, you made like a good decision not doing that right away because like, yeah, you had the money to do it, and like I could have gone to college for sure.
Yeah.
But I was just like, why? If I decide I want to go to college, I'll go to college.
Yeah.
But I just decided I didn't need to.
Exactly.
As of right now, maybe, like I said, maybe later I'll want to go to business school, learn a few more things there.
Yeah.
Maybe learn a little more about marketing and like stocks and shit like that.
Wouldn't be a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing
Accounting,
to learn.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Not bad things to learn at all. And like, I also wish high school would teach you kind of stuff like that because it's all stuff you need to learn while you're out in the real world trying to pay taxes and trying to make your way around all the financial bullshit you have to go through.
See, you know what I wouldn't mind going to school for once I can bust down on it?
Law.
Architecture.
Dude, the shout out Jake. I don't think you listen to this podcast, but I'll tell you to watch this episode. He's going to school for architecture.
Yeah, dude.
And he's
architecture's
super
so dope.
fucking, he's like good at design and stuff
Imagine
like that
being
too.
able to like custom design what the FRiED headquarters looks like.
Someone I know helped their dad.
We gonna
helped
be on that
build-
Frank Lloyd Wright shit?
Yeah, someone I
Straight
know,
up?
Someone I know, their dad was like an architect on like the Brooklyn Bridge or one of the dope ass bridges in America.
See,
And
I
was
want
like,
to
that's
get
sick
into
as
like
fuck.
building in-house architecture.
Architects are interesting.
Commercial
I
architecture
met
to a
one.
degree.
I met one when the gym was first opening because he would like come through and do inspections and shit. And I would talk to him about like how he does what he does. It's so intricate and like complicated that you're like, damn, bro,
See,
that's
dude,
sick.
Like, once we can like afford to like build our own shit, you know what I mean? Like build our own shit from the ground up. You know, find like an
I
actual
don't.
fucking great fucking architect.
I know hella people for that, bro.
And then like fucking like get some like really like crazy cool looking shit designed.
We could get somebody from like New York,
like
bro.
some proper modern architecture type shit.
We could get somebody from like like Italy. Yeah, dude. That would be sick. Like some Italian architecture, bro. Nobody does that type of style anymore, though. Yeah, it's all modernized.
That shit's expensive.
Mm-hmm. Well, has to be. It's all like handcrafted shit. You know, that's why it's so expensive. That's why modern shit.
Handcrafted FRiED headquarters?
That would be dope. Have some statues and shit in there. We could have statues of like eras of FRiED throughout the house or the warehouse or whatever we're building. That would be sick. We dream really big over here. So if you guys got big dreams, hop on over.
Facts.
Bring some ideas over. We're always looking.
If you guys want to have sex with Clint,
hop on over.
Male or female, they, them, doesn't matter.
Write a letter.
Drop a comment below.
I'll read it.
Of what you would want to do it to him.
You're going to give people the impression that I'm bisexual, and I am not.
Clint is
I don't want to give anybody false accusations or anything like
Clint
that.
is bisexual as fuck.
I am not, actually.
Probably
I've only ever been with females, only will ever be with females.
I call him the bi guy. Are you homophobic?
No.
He's homophobic.
I actually love gay people. They're probably some of my favorite people, if I'm being honest.
Name one gay friend you have.
I don't have any. Actually, I have a few gay friends.
Who?
None that I've talked to anymore recently. There's a few at the
None
gym.
that I talk to anymore, he says.
Recently. I can't shout them out on the podcast. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, are they like...
Yeah. Yeah. Low key. Yeah. But some of the best people I know, genuinely. You go to a gym, you meet a lot of them, for sure. Like I manage a gym. I've met quite a few.
A lot of them?
Quite a few.
You meet a lot of them.
A lot of gay people, yeah. Why are you trying to make it seem like I'm saying something? Like, I'm not. You're going to try to cancel me for saying nothing. I'm saying exactly what I'm supposed to say.
Drop in the comments if we should cancel Clint this episode.
Please. That'd be so fun. I'm going to just keep doing the podcast, too. I'm going to be like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I
don't give a fuck what they say about me.
I don't read anything about the podcast or the likes.
Who do you think out of everybody within the FRiED group right now would get canceled first?
Let me think. In the whole group, like the 20-person group we got going right now? Or just like the Vegas people?
The Vegas people. Who's the most cancelable?
Vil. I would think so.
Vil, if you're listening to this,
don't get canceled yet.
Yeah, we mean it too. Like I'd agree.
Be careful,
with
bro.
You're probably the most cancelable. Who's second?
Are we voiding us too? Because I'd say you.
Oh, I'm below Vil.
Out of the
I feel
Vegas
like
group,
I have a degree of like media training.
Moose gets crazy, but he never says like the wildest shit I've ever heard. And you've said some wild shit.
You and I have our name stamped on it. I feel like we can trust ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Are we voiding ourselves? Because we kind of know when a camera's on to dial it
back
down.
Guys, this is our true 100% authentic selves.
For sure. 100%. I'm always like this. Anyway, if not you, then probably Moose.
Really? I'd agree.
And then
Moose, he's pretty fucking cancelable, dude.
Colt's the least cancelable. That's like agreeable on everybody.
Yeah,
Colt's nice
I would put
shit.
Jess and then Colt.
Yeah, Colt, Jess, Moose, Vil. That's
but
the
if
order.
we're talking cancelable for like overall,
like what? Just like everyday life?
Yeah.
You.
Why?
You know why. I can't. You know.
You're making it seem like I do fucked up things.
Sometimes you do.
Like, oh no.
Did it freeze? No.
Here, I have an idea. I think I know what fixes it.
Go into Task Manager. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Hold on. It's frozen again. Guys.
Doing that
Hold on, we're having technical difficulties. If you could see this, I have 4 arms right now. Help! Look at that.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Stitch.
Welcome to the
Stitch
FRiED.
isn't even in frame yet. That's crazy.
This is kind of gonna be a sick. Let's make this the outro.
All right, guys.
We've been doing it. Perfect.
Yeah, we're good.
Hey guys.
Speak into the mic, Garrett. It's over there.